Hello, my name is Ayon, and I'm going to be going over how to get started with freeCodeCamp. So a little bit about who I am. I grew up in California, and I started coding basic websites in the early 2000s, right around MySpace and GeoCities, if anybody remembers that. I graduated with a BS in bioengineering at UC Santa Cruz. And my major had the fortunate thing that it had a bioelectronics concentration, which had a lot of courses that had to do with programming, logic design, intro to programming, data structures, algorithms, and that kind of rekindled my love for coding. I currently work in the biopharmaceutical industry, but I'm looking to pivot more into technology. So what is freeCodeCamp? It is a nonprofit interactive web platform. It is dedicated to helping people learn web development, and it's free. It has an extensive curriculum. It ranges all the way from basic concepts to advanced topics. It is engaging, and it reinforces learning through repetition and experimentation. So how do you use freeCodeCamp? Well, navigate to their webpage, freecodecamp.org, and I recommend logging in with an email or a GitHub account because this allows freeCodeCamp to track your progress. And once you complete all their challenges, they issue certifications which you can showcase your work, add it to your resume, and maybe show it to future employers. So let's go ahead and navigate to freeCodeCamp so you guys can see what it looks like. This is the main page. The sign-in page is right here. And like I said, it'll ask you to continue with one of the following logins. I use my GitHub account. So GitHub lessons are structured in sort of a three-panel format. The first panel kind of guides you through the lesson, the concepts that you're going to be learning. I think it's very important to read and not skip around. I've done this myself where I've started immediately coding and then realized that I've skipped certain key pieces of information, and I couldn't complete the lesson because I had skipped some of the requirements. So please do read this section. The middle section is the code editor. This is where you input your code. And the third panel shows what your code would look like to the browser if someone navigated to the page you're coding. So why don't we go ahead and start on the first lesson. So this lesson introduces HTML tags. It's asking us down here, to pass this challenge, you have to add say hello world to the H1 HTML element tag. So let's go ahead and do that. And you see I type world, and on the third panel, it interactively updated and showed world. So once you're comfortable with your solution, you hit run tests, and if it is the solution it's looking for, it gives you the splash screen and allows you to move on to the next challenge. Here's another challenge. This one's a little bit more interesting and has more content. It's asking us to change an H2 tag's element's color. So why don't we go ahead and navigate to the H2 tag. Oh, yes, the very top. And go ahead and as you can see, the tag updated to show the new color. These are the links to the lessons I was just going over. And I have some tips for you guys. Program every day, even if it's for just 15 minutes. Repetition is very important, and it helps reinforce the concepts you're going to be learning. And expect challenges. Coding is not always going to be easy. And that's okay. That's where you learn the most, when you're being challenged. You're not alone. We have a community here at Techlahoma and at freeCodeCamp. If you have any questions, please do not fail to reach out to people. So here's some resources. I find that the Mozilla Developer Network is a great resource on top of freeCodeCamp to learn web development. There's also books, and our own Oklahoma City library system, I think is great. And they have free Lynda courses. Here's some contact information if you want to ever reach out to me. If you have any questions, problems, I'm there to help. Thank you. Oh, yes. Here, let me plug that back in. Is there any questions?
Should we read all the words in the left-hand?
Yes, please read the problem that is being presented to you. If you don't, you're going to be skipping over a lot of very important information. Yes. Read, please. Yeah. Yes, Austin?
So what's the purpose of freeCodeCamp? What is it working towards?
So the question is, what is the purpose of freeCodeCamp? I think, my personal opinion, I think freeCodeCamp is there to teach people web development, and the main purpose, I think, is to get someone who might not know web development to get started in web development and eventually make that a career. Yes?
How fast does it move through? Does it go in the background? How fast does it move through the projects?
The question is, how fast can you move through projects? That just depends on your learning style and how much time you're putting into freeCodeCamp. Since I have a little bit of background in web development, I've been able to do the first set of curriculum very quickly, but someone who's just starting, it might take longer. I would say if you do an hour a day, you might be able to get to the curriculum in about a week. Just the first HTML, CSS, and a little bit of JavaScript.
Are those lessons enough on their own? Just do those and be developed?
The question is freeCodeCamp lessons on their own enough? I would say no. Find other resources, the library, books on the subject, experts in the field, reach out to people. On its own, it's not going to be enough. Definitely not. But it is a great way to reinforce what you're learning.
Are there any other learning courses outside of freeCodeCamp that you get involved with?
I know of a website, edx.org. They have free courses, but they're styled more like college online courses. They are absolutely free. They do charge, I think most, if you want a certificate from those courses, I think most of them are about $100. But the curriculum itself is free for you to use. It's called edx.org. Yes. Any other questions? Yes.
If you were just looking for like coding practice or things that would kind of like guide you through a path of different exercises and stuff without as much instruction or feedback, you could look into exercism.io. That's EXERCISM, something like that. .io.
Like exercise?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like exercise, but exorcism.
Yeah.
And it's like you get this tiny little native app script that runs on your machine that lets you like check your answers against and see if they actually put out the right output. And then there's a similar one called Code Fights, and it's more developed. I can't remember the address right now, but Code Fights is it's more like it's all self-contained on the web. Like their site is the whole thing. Like you do the code editing there, but it also it's more gamified, and so you like earn coins for finishing things, and then you can like pay to see other people's solutions instead of like if you're completely stuck on something, and then also there are like rules where you see whose solution comes out on top and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, along that line, another good one's hackerrank.com. And it starts out pretty slow, and you move through like the Hello World project, and you get to pick your language, what you want, and it kind of advances that much.
Cool.
If you go back to your contact me last slide,
Yes.
would y'all share these resources in Slack? So yeah, I think you just mentioned Slack again.
Definitely, yeah. And I'm on the Techlahoma Slack. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Thanks.